Now, I have been trying, and trying being the strongest word in that sentence, but I have been trying to adopt the concept of minimalism lately. And one of my biggest addictions have been changing phones every couple of months, if not every couple of weeks. So I thought if I stick around with one phone, I will kind of tackle one of my biggest addictions, and from then on, adopting minimalism would be quite easy. So I made a list. I made a list of things that are very important to me in a phone, in priority, and I thought of a phone that kind of checked all those boxes, and hence I bought the OnePlus 13s. Now, I say this because this phone definitely has its own share of compromises. It does. But if you are aware of what you're getting into, and if you're aware of these compromises, you would be a very happy bunny with this phone. So what are those compromises that this phone makes? What are those cons? The very first being cameras. Arnold, you run a YouTube channel. How come camera is not high up there on your priority list? It is only for YouTube. Apart from running the channel, I have no affiliation to having a good camera in my pocket. Hence, I really didn't care how this camera was. The two lenses at the back, both 50 megapixels, but one's a main and one's a 2x telephoto. Very odd choice. I'd rather have a wide angle lens. The other day I was in the theater watching Superman for the billionth time, and as the logo came up on screen, I just wanted to click a picture of the logo, but I couldn't because I was too close to the screen, and I didn't have a wide angle lens. Yeah, those are few times that I probably wished I did have a wide angle lens, but it was not a deal breaker. Yeah, the other one's a 2x telephoto. It's not really giving you much range. So if you are putting a telephoto, might as well put like a 3x or a 5x. But that's a weird choice that OnePlus has made. If I was OnePlus, I would just not put a second lens, just put one camera and reduce the price of the phone, and people would still be happy who are intending to buy this phone. It gets you by. You're going to click a few pictures, put up in family groups. It's perfect, but you're not going to win any photography or videography contests with this phone. The second con is the USB 2.0. This has UFS 4 storage, so the USB 2.0 kind of bottlenecks the transfer speeds. Now, this could be very niche to me, but I do attach my hard drive and pen drives to this phone and transfer stuff quite often. Still faster than the iPhone, but it's still not as fast as the OnePlus 13 was, which was snappy and extremely quick. It does have UFS 4.0, so why not just put USB 3 up there and just enable those speeds? But yeah, USB 2.0 is the other con. You do get a charger in the box, but it is OnePlus's proprietary charging. The good thing, however, is that unlike older OnePlus phones, this also does support PD charging. It does support 80 watt of fast charging with its original wire and its original charger. But if you do connect a PD charger, this does charge at about 67 watts, still fast, but still not at its full capacity. Not a deal breaker, just something that I wanted to mention. Another thing that's not a deal breaker for me, but could be for you, is the lack of wireless charging. I'm quite okay with that cutoff because I have never seen the importance of wireless charging. You can't kind of use your phone if you have to while charging the phone. It's at slower speeds, it creates heat, it degrades your battery over time. Me personally don't see the importance of wireless charging, but a lot of you out there do, and this does not have wireless charging. And lastly is Wi-Fi. This does have Wi-Fi 7, and I watched Kiki Ranjit's video recently, and he did a deep dive into why the Wi-Fi in this is quite poor. There's something to do with OnePlus's choice of modems, and I have experienced this myself as well, where the Wi-Fi would cut off more quicker than any other phone I've used out there when I've increased the distance between the router and the phone. This is kind of a deal breaker for a lot of people. It's a small one. I have not had a problem in my house, but I live in a very small apartment. If this is something that's important to you, then you may want to look elsewhere. I have a Geo number which has unlimited data anyway, so it's really not a deal breaker for me. But yeah, it's something that you would want to look into. Now, those are all the cons out of the way. Before we jump to the good stuff, I thought to myself, why would someone buy the OnePlus 13s, considering all the competition out there? Two reasons. You are in the market for a compact phone, and you don't want to make any sacrifices in performance and battery life. And camera is not much of your priority. Because if you consider the competition to this phone, I think the other option is the Samsung S24 from last year. It's a phone within this price range. It's a compact device, better cameras for sure, but very poor battery experience. And if you go to this year's S25, that just goes up in price. Weirdly, this phone is actually a little bigger than the S24 and the S25, yet it is still smaller than Xiaomi's offering of a compact device. I don't own a tablet, but I've watched a lot of movies while I was traveling on this phone, and weirdly, it is a decent experience consuming content on this phone, yet at the same time, it's a small size to wield it in one hand. I truly think that this phone size is in that Goldilocks zone that ticks both boxes, and I really appreciate it. I know I don't harp too much on specs in these videos, but But if you want to have a look at the spec sheet, I'll leave the screen right here. You can pause, screenshot it, but all in all, a well-rounded spec sheet. Snapdragon 8 Elite, 12 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of memory, at least in the one that I got, 5850 milliamperes battery. That itself is another strong point of this phone. I know its Chinese counterpart has a 6000 plus milliamperes battery, but this 5850 milliamperes battery definitely holds its ground. I don't even charge this phone to its full capacity. I cap it at 80% to increase battery longevity, and it does fine. I definitely get a day's use and then some with charging it only up to 80%. And when you want to top it up, of course, through its proprietary charger, you have 80 watts of fast charging. But even if you don't have its proprietary charger and you're just charging it via a PD charger, it'll still top it up at 67 watts, which is still faster than the competition. The other big pro about this phone is the whole OS experience. I know Oxygen OS has kind of got a lot of flack lately for being too similar to Color OS, but I think Oxygen OS still has that refinement over Color OS. For example, the OnePlus Dialer, it has the ability to record phone calls without the warning message, and it has all its AI features within it where you can just summarize or you can translate phone calls as well. And other refinements within the OS, for example, the ability to clone any app. I know a lot of Android devices out there can clone apps like WhatsApp and other chat apps, but this phone can literally clone any app out there. My wife recently bought a car, so all the documentation related to the car is on her name. So like the RC card, the insurance is on her name, so it's on her DigiLocker. I can't get this on my DigiLocker because I have a separate DigiLocker account. So what I did, I just went and cloned DigiLocker, and now I have her DigiLocker and my DigiLocker on the phone, and I can show the documentation related to the car should I have to show it to any authorities at any point. The IR Blaster, I've harped on how great the IR Blaster is on my OnePlus 13 video. OnePlus 13 had it right here, the OnePlus 13s has it here. So instead of using it like a traditional remote, you kind of just have to do this. But just the ability to control your TV, your AC, your speakers with your phone is such an underrated feature, and I use it every day. Small nuances like this just add to the experience of your everyday usage, and I think the OnePlus 13s definitely ticks all those boxes that are important. Of course, the other big change is the alert slider is now changed to a plus key, very inspired by iPhone, and there's no hiding that fact. I used to use it just to change the ringer and vibrate and silent modes, but now I've actually changed it to using the torch more often because I find it very easy without switching my phone on. I just press that button, have the torch on and off whenever needed, and I use that more importantly. But you have a plethora of ways that you can use the plus key. There's a lot of talk online as well of why OnePlus sells this official MagSafe case when this phone does not support wireless charging, and I am one of those people who do use the MagSafe case because, as you know, I don't really like wireless charging all that much, but I do like the capability of MagSafe where I can just plonk this phone on the car holder without really fidgeting before I get into the car, or on a phone holder when I'm watching stuff on an aircraft. So yeah, that's pretty much all the pros of this phone. I love the experience. I love how rounded this phone is, and it kind of ticks all my boxes personally. I'm not sure what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comment section. Would love to know your experiences, because just knowing what's important to you or what's important to other people kind of opens up my mind. You know what, maybe this is something that is important. So hang out there in the comment section. I'll be there as well. And let me know if you do own a OnePlus 13s, or if you're intending to buy one, or if you're looking at the competition. Let me know why. I'll be very interested. If you are new to the channel, my name is Arnold. I put up a few videos on tech. If you like what you see, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. Would love to have you within the subscriber family. And that's it from me. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.